What up, Wolves? Blade Master here, bringing you the first of three battles that I fought against Kratos from the Sith clan. And all three of them were really fun and really close. And this is the first of those three. I've taken Carthage in this one, and he has taken Seleucids. We're fighting in the map of Amasea, and it's north-south. Amasea is a pretty cool map. Oh, why is it going so fast? That's weird. Anyways, yeah, Amasea is really cool. It's got like this middle forest that both the players should try and rush to. But if you can also choose to play defensively, because there's this little bit of hill over here that's impassable terrain, and you could set up your archers here or something like that. And meanwhile, your opponent can. He also has pretty good high ground here, which he can set up with his archers. So yeah, it's a nice fun map. It's pretty balanced, and at the same time, it's not completely featureless like Namadasena or Dimity or something like that. So with Carthage, I have brought a total of 8 cav, I believe. No, it's 6 cav. A total of 4 Carthaginian cav, two on either flank, and they're going to be backed up by a late Libyan hoplite each. Finally, I've brought. Oh, sorry, they're actually going to be backed up by a late Carthaginian hoplite. And I've also brought a couple of mercenary Campanian cav who's going to help out in the general infantry engagement. Again, Campanian cav should never be used in a cav battle because they lack the spears that other cav have. Like you can see the Carthaginian cav over here having spears, whereas Campanian cav have only sword and shield, so they are much better suited to infantry engagements. And they're perfect for rear charging infantry and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's great. Kratos is talking to me. I'm while I'm recording the email. Or sorry, while I'm recording the battle. Anyways, yeah, I'll let him know later. Anyways, I've brought a total of 4 late Libyan hoplites, and they're going to form my front line. Let me try and show it for you guys. So, front line of 4 late Libyan hoplites, and they're going to be backed with 3 mercenary Scutari, and finally 3 Cretan archers forming my third line, and 1 just regular general and bodyguard unit. So that's going to form my army. It's pretty balanced. It's got a lot of spears. It's a bit light on the melee infantry front, but besides that, late Libyan hoplites are all very cost effective. Late Carthaginian hoplites are incredibly powerful mid-tier hoplite units, and I think if I use my Campanian cav right, they can win me the infantry engagement, while my Scutari infantry are decent, but they won't win me an infantry engagement on their own. Now with Seleucids, I was really fearing that Kratos would bring chariots. It doesn't look like he has so far, but let's see. I mean, maybe he's got a nasty surprise in store. Here he's brought a total of 4 Persian light archers, as we can see. My Cretan archers should be able to win against them, but just in case, just to limit the amount of casualties that I might get, I'm bringing my late Libyan hoplites up in front. Actually, let me just pause it and give him the shit. I just sent it to him late. remus@gmail.com. Send both. Recording now. BRB. Alright. So sorry for that. And so he's got 4 Persian light archers versus my 3 Cretan archers. So that numerical advantage could play a big role. So instead, I'm bringing my late Libyan hoplites to absorb the missile fire, but he's pulling up with his melee infantry in response. So I'm going to pull these guys back because I really don't want to, engage in an infantry battle too soon. Instead, I want to take out his cav, but before the engagement starts, I want to try and see what build he's brought. He's brought a total of 4 Median cav, 2 of whom I've already engaged with my Carthaginian cav. Now these cavalry units are very strong. They've got 15 bonus versus cav on top of like pretty decent melee attack and weapon damage, and so that's why my late Libyan hoplites should come in to support, and they have in this battle. They're coming in to support my the cavalry battle almost immediately. Besides that, he's brought a couple of thorax pikemen, which is a very strange choice and could be pretty effective if he uses it right. And Kratos is a very strong player, so if anything, he could probably be one of the few players who can make good use of a thorax pikeman unit. Besides them, he's brought I think it looks like 5 thorax swordsmen and 1 shield bearer unit. So definitely he's got the numbers and quality advantage in terms of swords. And those thorax pikemen, I don't know, they could be pretty useful, considering that I've brought a very cav heavy build. But here my Carthaginian hoplites are going to face up against his Median cav, and I've turned off formation attack. For those of you who are new to the game, formation attack is, if you remove formation attack, your spear units would be a lot more effective, because more of them will be able to engage the cavalry at one point in time. With formation attack turned on, they instead just stick to their regular formation, and if that means that they can't attack cavalry, then so be it. So whenever you're facing up against cavalry, you always want to turn on or turn off formation attack. When you're facing up against enemy infantry, you want to turn off formation attack. Here you can see my mercenary Cretan archers are getting great flank shots onto his thorax swordsman unit, and I'm also putting one of my late Carthaginian hoplites in support, and I'm trying to get a rear charge in, but he's instead countercharged with his shield bearer unit, who are very strong in this latest patch. I've killed off one of his Median cav, but he's in turn killed off one of my Carthaginian cav. The other half-strength Carthaginian cav is going to chase off against one of his Tarentine cav. He's brought two Tarentine cav as well, which I forgot to mention. Here, my Campanian cav is going to straight up get a head-on charge onto his thorax swordsman, and they're obviously incredibly powerful, and they're very strong against melee infantry in general. Meanwhile, my Cretan archers are getting some kills, but not many. It's really going to depend on how well I can use my mercenary companions. I've not issued any attack order with the one on my left yet, because at this point, I'm more interested in killing off as many cavalry forces as I can, because cavalry is basically the main deterrent to companion cav. My Scutari, they've engaged. Some of them have engaged his thorax swordsman. Some of my late Libyan hoplites aren't doing anything because I don't really have anything for them to do. He's got a front line of thorax pikemen, which will be obviously deadly to my spear troops. But here my late Carthaginian hoplites are going to face up against his shield bearers, and this engagement, his shield bearers will win it, but they'll probably take like 10 weeks to kill off this late Carthaginian hoplites. Shield bearers are not an offensive unit, and late Carthaginian hoplites are an incredibly defensive unit. So regardless of how that, the outcome of that battle is basically meaningless, and the fight is going to be decided on other places. Like over here, this Carthaginian hoplite has killed off some more of his Median cav, because I've brought some Scutari support as well, just to kill off this flank quickly, so that the space opens up for my mercenary companion, who can try and rear charge his troops, or get kill some of his Persian light archers, and in general, get into the rear of his line. And in that case, his pretty deadly thorax pikemen would be pretty useless. You can see they've already got 46 kills, although I think most of them are on Scutari infantry. I think so. And also I've set the settings on ultra, which makes the battle so much cooler. Let's put this back on full speed. So yeah, late Libyan hoplite is not doing too much, but the fact that they're still there is pretty good. He's also brought one light cavalry, whom I saw pretty early. They could have been pretty deadly to my mercenary Cretan archers. So luckily I've chased them off with one of my Carthaginian cavalry, and they're just about dead. He's going to try and keep issuing attack orders onto my Cretan archers, so that they can be of some use. Meanwhile, his Tarentine cavalry could be pretty deadly to my mercenary companion, but luckily I'm going to enter into a pretty favorable engagement here. Now, I said that they shouldn't attack cavalry, but they've got a downhill charge onto his Median cav, and also these late Libyan hoplites are going to come in for some immediate support, so they will kill off this cavalry almost immediately. He's getting some rear shots onto my companion cav, which is quite the concern. But I'm shooting some javelins onto his Tarentine cav instead with my Scutari, but they've been rear charged by his thorax swordsman. So yeah, I need to pull my companion out of this engagement as soon as possible. You can see they've already lost 15 men, and instead now I'm going to send these late Libyan hoplites to charge up against his Tarentine cav. And now this is going to be a pretty brutal charge onto these Persian light archers. These companion cav have gotten into the rear of his line, and they're going to chase off these Persian light archers. Obviously, Persian light archers are very low tier, missile troops, and despite the fact that they have pretty decent mass, they're instead of very light, they're actually medium missile infantry, so they can't withstand a charge. But against companions, they will just get slaughtered within a matter of seconds, because companions are specialized anti-infantry cavalry. I've managed to win this fight. Because I was, facing up. I managed to get my spears onto his cavalry, so I managed to win that. My right flank, my left flank is won't be going, so smoothly. But like I said, this is just taking forever for my late Carthaginian hoplites to die, and I've got a much bigger attacking threat over here with my mercenary companions. And he did bring some timely pike support, and you can see some of my companions got caught onto his pikes, but a lot of them got a pretty sweet rear charge onto his shield bearers. Again, it's going to take a multiple number of rear charges to bring those shield bearers down. This is a much better engagement for them, rear charging onto his thorax swordsmen who were busy engaging with my late Libyan hoplites. Meanwhile, my general and bodyguard is doing really well. I managed to catch one of his Tarentine cav, who could have been quite a nuisance. And now that they're caught in melee, they will lose to this general and bodyguard unit, especially if they got a rear charge, which it looks like. I think I got like a flank charge or something like that onto them. These companion cav are at full strength, and they've already got 129 kills, which is great to see. But some of my Carthaginian cav are being caught by his thorax pikemen. He's done really well with his thorax pikes, 107 kills already with them, which is just brilliant. I mean, I've never seen that in any other battle. So I've managed to get a rear charge onto these guys now, which should be able to destroy at least 60 to 70 of them, because again, it's a rear charge from companion cav. But it's actually kind of hard to like see what's going on because of all those trees. But you can see my Cretan archers have got, some of them have done really well, 90 kills. You can never leave Cretan archers alone for too long, otherwise it's just doom for you, because Cretan archers is just incredibly strong. These late Carthaginian hoplites have been rear charged by Tarentine cav, but these guys have pretty decent armor. 55 armor is quite good. I don't know what these Cretans are doing here. I think they were out of ammo, so I just set them on an attack order onto these Tarentine cav, who have done quite well because they did rear charge some of my other Cretans. So yeah, I just set an attack order. The 55 morale isn't too strong though, so these Carthaginian hoplites have broken. They are going to come back later on into the game because they aren't shattered. That's another tip for the newer viewers. But yeah, these mercenary companions are going to countercharge and just destroy this Tarentine cav. Again, cav engagements are not something you want to get these guys into, but if it's against Tarentine cav who are pretty poor in melee, then yeah, just go ahead by all means. But yeah, I'm going to charge in, and then I'm going to again get a rear charge onto his thorax pikes who were engaged with my Scutari, and they were getting a lot of kills. So I pulled them back, and let's see if he can turn around at the right time. He doesn't, and that's going to be a pretty devastating charge from my mercenary companions. Yeah, 200, 205, let's see, 212. Yeah, they got a lot of kills right off that charge. In general, it's looking like it's just crawling into my favor. His thorax spikes are getting flank shot by mercenary Cretan archers, and now they've decided to break and rout. These guys have got 178 kills. One of my Cretan archers has got 178 kills. That's crazy. But his shield bearers have just done superb. 184 kills on them. They're almost at full strength, and now they're going to be quite the pain in the ass. Let's see how many units I've got. Let's try and pull it all the way up to the tactical map. I've got one Carthaginian hoplite, late Carthaginian, that's at 100 men. One mercenary Scutari that's pretty depleted at 62. One of my mercenary companion is going to chase off after his last remaining Persian light archers. Besides that, he's got one Tarentine cav that's charging into my one of my Cretans, and I've got another Cretan that's got a little bit of ammo left. So this one is going to die. They've only got 20 men left, and this Tarentine cav did really well. 151 kills is not bad. But while they were engaged in melee, I will manage to bring my late Libyan hoplites into the mix, and they're going to get some pretty quick kills because they've got 30 bonus versus large, which is pretty crucial. As for Kratos, he's got one thorax pikeman at half strength, one shield bearer at full strength, which is going to be my main problem, and one thorax swordsman, which has got a double chevron at around half strength. My mercenary Scutari is going to face up against his shield bearers, and mercenary Scutari will do really well against them. These guys have got their falcatas, which have high armor piercing, so they will do well against a Hellenistic unit like shield bearers. You can see 192 kills, almost a double chevron on them. And those guys were at 115 when we saw them last, and now they're all the way down to 97. So not bad. I mean, for a half-strength Scutari unit, they didn't do too bad. My mercenary companions just did brilliantly. 280 kills so far. but their usefulness is going to be limited unless I can get some rear charges onto his thorax spikes and onto his thorax swords. The only way that I can possibly win this battle now is if I can kill off these two troops, his thorax swordsman and thorax pikemen, and just not engage his shield bearers at all. Because if I try and engage his shield bearers, that's just a waste. They're going to be nearly impenetrable against whatever limited ammo I have left. And my main killing power is going to be my companion, whom they're obviously great against. He managed to get yet another charge with his Tarantine Cav onto my Cretans, and but they only have like 22 men left. He did really well with them. 184 double chevron kills with them, just really well done. But now these guys are out of ammo, so their usefulness is gone. I'm just going to set an attack order and just get them to charge that Tarantine Cav. Set my late Libyans to attack them as well. Just kill off as many of his other troops and try and not engage his shield bearers. Again, that's easier said than done because he just put them into a big box here. But still, the rear charge penalty, because these guys, the Campanians, got a rear charge onto those thorax spikes, is going to apply. That thorax pikeman only has 35 units. It's starting to waver now. His thorax swords has got only 37 men left, and we all know that they don't have the greatest morale. Like 55 morale is just slightly above average. And yeah, once one of them starts to rout, the game looks decidedly in my favor now. His other, his thorax swords are starting to waver now. His shield bearer is still it's now at half strength, which is good to see. But yeah, I think this game is just edging slowly into my favor. I've got like 39 companion units left, and I think he should have put his shield bearers don't have square formation anymore. Yeah, if they did, that could have been pretty useful. But yeah, I think that's about it. There's 5 more seconds left in this battle, and yeah, it's an epic fight and a close victory, costly victory. But one that I ultimately managed to win. Let's see how the other 2 battles go. I'll bring those 2 battles really soon. Taking a look at the unit stats, his shield bearers really strikes out. 253 kills on them. That's just so good. One of my Cretans did really well. That's the one I think I got flank shots with. They killed off 235 units. The other ones they didn't do too bad. 95, 195 and 71. Again, these numbers are kind of exaggerated because the settings are on ultra. So, that means they got less than one full strength units amount of kills. My companions did really well though, 313 and 227, and like I predicted, I would be able to only win this game if my companions did well and if I could manage to get them onto his infantry, and I managed to do that, which really won me the game. My Carthaginian cav were never going to do too well, but the fact that they managed to hold off his Median cav just swung the battle in my favor, because I managed to kill off his deadly cav. The late Libyan hoplites did really well too. 70 kills on one, 97 on the other. A couple of them, just didn't do too well because they were engaged with other infantry. My Scutari did quite good too. 106, 197, 91. Just a lot of kills and numbers. And one of my late Carthaginian hoplites did amazing too. His Persian light archers could have been quite the deadly force, but the fact that I managed to get some rear charges onto them pretty early off into the game meant that I managed to kill off a big chunk of his killing power, and one of his Tarantine Cav did really well. The other one that I managed to get my general and bodyguard onto didn't get as many kills. And his thorax pikemen, special mention to them. He's one of the few players who managed to get some kills out of thorax pikes. Single experience chevron on each of them by the end of the game. So well done, Kratos. And hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Stay tuned for more. Peace.